Hello everyone, welcome to the Concern podcast where we unpack political, socio-economic and cultural stories shaping our world. I am Emmanuel Taban. Now very interestingly, yesterday the President of the Republic of South Sudan, His Excellency Salva Kiir Mayardit, removed the Minister of Finance, that is the Hon.Barnaba Chol. And he did not end there. He also went on and fired the Commissioner General and the Deputy Commissioner General of South Sudan Revenue Authority in the same night. Now, I know this has been a routine by the President of the Republic of South Sudan, that at least in a weekly basis or bi-weekly basis, he has to make a reshuffle in his cabinet, making some changes. And I think last night's reshuffle or last night's decree becomes the 9th time that the President has made changes in the finance ministry alone since 2020. The finance ministry in South Sudan has experienced or has been led by different ministers for 9 times in a period of about 5 years. On an average, a minister only served like for 5 months. That's a very interesting thing. A very, very interesting thing. Now, yesterday's reshuffle was not a normal one. To me, it's not very normal because of the timing. The timing in which the decree was issued was not favorable at all. It wasn't favorable for the South Sudan economy in the following ways. Now, you may all know that, just like other East African countries, South Sudan is in a critical economic or financial stage. And this is a stage where the country is in the process of passing a new budget for the country. Recently, we had lots of debates in the parliament where members of parliament were debating on some amendments and things to do with the allocations of national resources to different ministries, and so many ministries writing back to the finance ministry trying to request for increase in their budget. So this is a very critical moment. This is a moment which requires stability in the ministry. But also, just like the Ministry of Finance, very, very important, it is also a very important moment for the South Sudan Revenue Authority. Because this is a department that does the resource mobilization, the customs revenues, and the non-oil revenues. This is the government body that mobilize all these resources that then are used to finance the budget of the country. Now, the 2025-2026 financial year budget, the Ministry of Finance has drafted, and it's 8 trillion. And out of the 8 trillion, 7 trillion of the budget is to be financed, I think, within the country. And over 5 trillion of that budget is only to be financed by the oil revenue. And this is a very critical moment because this is a time where the ministry requires stability. You know, things to do with the national budget, they are very complex. And that they only requires one person to be doing it until its end. Now, bringing in a new finance minister may cause a lot of delays and instability in the ministry, because this new minister will have to familiarize himself with all the most complex complex things to do with that budget. He has to familiarize himself with it, and that might take time. That might lead to misallocation of the budget to different departments. It will only be fair for the president to keep the same minister, Barnaba, back in the same docket until the finance or this year's budget is passed. And if he intends to make some changes, then he will do it at that time. But bringing in a new finance minister at this critical moment, a moment where the ministry requires stability, a moment where the ministry requires direction only from one person, I think is a miscalculation. The president has miscalculated this move, and I think the ministry is going to feel it. The economy is going to feel it. This is not the right time to bring about change in the finance ministry. And I'm not saying that the president shouldn't do changes. That is what he has always been doing. But the timing, according to me, was very poor. Very, very poor. It was a miscalculation done at a very critical time, where he should have kept the same minister to facilitate the entire budget process and preparation. So that is my take on the removal of the finance minister, or the replacement of the finance minister with a new one. The new finance minister is going to face some challenges, and the new minister is going to create some kind of delayment in the budget process, and the entire economy is going to feel it. We might also face some challenges of budget misallocation through the new ministry. The new minister that is being brought in. He might not, he has no knowledge of how things are set in place, just like the previous person who has been removed. So for me, this is a miscalculation, and it shouldn't have happened this way. Anyway, guys, thank you. Tell me on the comment section what you think about it. Until next time, I'm Emmanuel Taban, and this is the Concern Podcast. Before we close today's episode, here's a quick message from our sponsor, Wanit.co. If you've been planning to build a website, but the cost has been holding you back, Wanit.co makes it affordable and stress-free this time around. Whether you are an individual, a non-profit organization, or a business, Wanit.co designs professional websites starting from as cheap as $250. Individuals can actually launch with a starter website of up to 7 pages and a free email, or choose an advanced option with unlimited pages, a professional portfolio, and branding support. For non-profit organizations, they can select flexible packages from basic websites to premium solutions with e-commerce features and ongoing support. And for business companies, Wanit.co delivers company-ready website with hosting, staff training, and multi-link options, and online stores. And the best part of it is actually that you can build your dream website within your budget. Wanit.co is an affordable, accessible, and professional partner. And to get started, you can actually visit Wanit.co or email them at info@wanit.co, or you can get in touch with them through their WhatsApp number at +1 226 504 3322. Wanit.co, proudly affiliated with Jobs to Apply. And if you're wondering of what I'm talking about, here are some samples of website created by Wanit.co. You can see them right here.